Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain standing while I invite Maggie Wang to sing our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Maggie, and please be seated. We're just going to take a minute or so while everybody is seated in the back, and we'll get it started. I think we are ready. Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 110th convocation ceremony of the University of Waterloo. This is our young university's 110th convocation ceremony. It's a big milestone. The Chancellor of our university, Mr. Tom Jenkins, is the titular or ceremonial head of our university. Due to some unforeseen scheduling conflicts, he is unfortunately unable to join us today, but he sends his best wishes and congratulations and sincere apologies for not being here today. As President and Vice Chancellor, I will try to fulfill his duties and responsibilities as well as my own. Here at Waterloo, each convocation is a celebration of the achievements of our graduates. And today, we celebrate with those graduates in the Faculty of Science. On behalf of the Board of Governors and Senate of the University, let me express our congratulations and best wishes all who will graduate this morning. Please savor every moment of today's ceremony and the celebrations to follow with your family and friends. I offer a special welcome to those family members and guests with us today. Your presence is a sure sign of your devotion to these graduates. We will begin with the conferring of an honorary degree on an individual who has distinguished himself in the academy. We will then confer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Finally, a medal will be awarded to a graduating student for academic excellence. The proceedings will take, I hope, and I'm sure, will take less than 2 hours, and we ask you that you remain in your places until convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. As we begin, I offer you my congratulations, my own congratulations to the Faculty of Science graduating class and the University of Waterloo's 110th convocation. And again, let me express my thanks on behalf of all of us for attending, for being with us today. We're going to have a very fun morning. We've been waiting for you, graduates. Enjoy the day. My pleasure to invite Professor Sherry Schiff from the Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Chancellor, I present Wallace Broecker, truly one of the world's original thinkers. And finally, we have some visuals. We're set to go. How to deliver the measure of the man in just 300 words? Impossible. I could reel off the long list of accumulated honors, including the Vetletsen Prize, widely considered the geoscience equivalent of a Nobel Prize, or his many honorary degrees. This year alone is Wally's Triple Crown, Oxford, Harvard, and of course Waterloo. But as your professor, and some of you survived my course, congratulations again, I realize that the word why is important to you. Why should you listen, especially on this day of celebration and families when you're preoccupied with who else is here? Where's the best party? How can I ditch these uncomfortable shoes? What should I post on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat? Okay, here's the why. Wally Broecker has already touched your lives. Wally popularized the phrase global warming and woke up the scientific world. Look at the date on this science paper, before most of you were born. Wally pioneered the use of C14 and other traces to figure out how the ocean circulates on the global scale. One of Wally's best-known discoveries is the ocean's role in triggering abrupt climate change over an incredibly short span of time, just decades. Wally advocated, educated people like Al Gore, and woke up the political world. Wally deciphered clues from the past to talk about the future. Not content to simply identify problems, Wally works on solutions, feasible steps for large-scale carbon sequestration. And finally, when Hollywood takes your discovery of abrupt climate change to extremes, you've had impact. So what makes this man unique? Two things. We all want to contribute. Wally is among the very few scientific giants throughout history who has made great leaps forward. Secondly, he has a huge passion for our home planet. 10 billion people soon. Wally thinks on a global scale and for our collective future. Today he has traveled to Waterloo to bring a message to you. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in recognition of his insatiable curiosity, his unrelenting pursuit of good science, his passion for pushing the boundaries, his uncompromising leadership, and the strength of his original contributions to science, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa upon Wally Broecker. Thank you very much.
I'm honored to confer your degree, honoris causa. Congratulations.
I now invite Dr. Broker to address Convocation.
Okay, so I should start?
Absolutely.
All right, I got a letter that had good news and bad news. Good news was I was getting this honorary degree. The very bad news is that I had to talk. I have always hated graduation talks. The only interesting one I ever heard was I was riding my bike across the George Washington Bridge into Manhattan, and I went by Columbia University's medical school, and the graduation was going on. And so I pulled my bike in and listened to the talk, and it was Alan Alda, and he was giving these young medical people holy hell about all of the bad things that medical people did. And I thought that was wonderful, so I gave him an A+. Now, I'm not going to give, I should be saying wonderful things to the graduates, and I really do congratulate you, and I also congratulate your parents who probably underwent sacrifice to get you through this. I could tell you about a rosy future, but I'm going to tell you about a very dark cloud that hangs over all of us, especially people of your age, and that is fossil fuel CO2. I don't think that most people realize the immensity of this problem and how little has happened to get to the roots of it. I would say we have no rational plan right now as to how to deal with it. There's been a lot of talk, but politicians make talk, and then they know they'll be out of office before, you know, whatever's going to happen happens. Now, just to give you an idea of the immensity of this problem, what we're going to have to do is totally change our energy system, going from 85% fossil fuel to less than 5%. That means we have to change the infrastructure around the world. It's hard to imagine how much that'll cost, but we have to install solar panels, wind turbines, nuclear power probably. But let me just, I have a way to put it in context. Eventually, we're going to have to take CO2 back out of the air because, I mean, if our science is anywhere on base, the planet's going to be too warm and there's going to be, you know, too many negative effects. To take out the CO2 we're producing today, if you were to use modules, which have been proposed, each would take 1 ton of CO2 out per day. That'd be about what 40 automobiles produce in a day. It would take 100 million of those units. They would have the complexity of an automobile. They would probably cost somewhat in the range of automobiles, somewhere between Corollas and Mercedes. But there's a problem with this. If we build 100 million, we could balance what we're putting in, so we'd be CO2 neutral for that year. But we're going to want to bring it down. To bring CO2 down, just 2 parts per million a year, and we've already gone up 120 parts per million. So it'd take 60 years to go all the way back. If we had 200 million of these, then the CO2 content would go down 2 parts per million a year. If we had 300 million, it would go down 4 parts per million a year. Now, looming in the background is a very dangerous thing. There is a Band-Aid solution which would be 50 times cheaper and 50 times faster in operation. It could cool the Earth in a few years. And that is adding SO2 to the stratosphere, where it would turn into tiny sulfuric acid aerosols, which would reflect away sunlight. Pinatubo, great Philippine volcano, put up the amount you would have to use to balance off a doubling of CO2 all in one puff. It put up 32 million tons of SO2. So if we don't get with it and start converting seriously to alternate energy, develop the means to pull CO2 out of the air and start using it, because you're going to build 100 million of these, we better damn well know how to do it. And so you're the generation that is going to have the big responsibility. Your parents' generation, your grandparents' generation didn't do very much. But we can't wait another generation. Some decisions that are going to be very tough are going to have to be made. They're going to be expensive. They're going to be highly political. The oil companies are going to fight them. The coal companies are going to fight them. And thank God I won't be here. I'm 83. Thank you for doing this for me. My wife is sitting down in the front here, encouraging me to get through this speech. And I guess I did it. So again, congratulations, graduates.
Well, thank you, Dr. Brooker, for those very, very thoughtful words. Congratulations, though, and welcome to the group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Will the graduating class please rise as you are able? That's supposed to be after they've had the degrees conferred. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
Now's the time. Please be seated. I invite Nicolette Georgina Zapses to come forward and deliver the valedictory address.
Sorry, it's a little far from the back there. So. Okay. Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow graduates, good morning, and thank you for joining us as many of us celebrate our final day here as students at the University of Waterloo. Yeah. Well, it seems that all the sleepless nights, never-ending lab reports, abundance of time spent on thesis proposals and testing hypotheses, trips to each of the Tim Hortons on campus, group projects, and tears were worth it. Congratulations, we finally made it. As we prepare to move on to the next stage of our lives, we will forever be connected to the charming city and region of Waterloo that we have come to call home over the past number of years, including this community where there's something for everyone to be a part of, from the numerous clubs, student societies, orientation week volunteering to organizations, intramurals and sports teams. The list is endless, but it appears that this campus really isn't as large or as daunting as it seemed when we first got here. It is my distinct honor and privilege to represent this year's University of Waterloo Science graduating class. However, today is not just a celebration for the graduates. Many people have contributed to our success in one way or another and deserve to share this moment together with us, including our families and significant others who have been our all-in-one supporters, the friends that we have made and grown alongside and experienced many firsts together through learning that went beyond our textbooks, our mentors and teachers of all kinds who provided guidance and showed us what science has to offer. And we can't forget our professors who taught us a very large amount of information in a very short period of time. And anyone or anything else that has been influential in getting us here, including our favorite helper, the internet. Thank you. We would not be here today without all of your support and help. After many stressful exams in this very room, we have persevered and beat the odds. Think of how far we've come. Some of us may have had our ideal career path cemented before arriving at Waterloo, but throughout our time here, we were introduced to many possibilities. Many of us chose this university to further expand our educational experiences by putting the theoretical into practice. Whether that practice came from research in labs, workplaces, or field courses, our learning stemmed from continual application in areas we never considered possible. With each new challenge and opportunity over these past few years, we learned to ask ourselves a very simple question: why not? Since first donning our crisp white lab coats, we indulged our curiosity to find explanations of the world around us. With each subsequent experiment, our lab coats became wrinkled, torn, and colorfully stained. Sometimes we didn't get the results we were expecting, so we repeated experiments until we got them right. As science students, our curiosity led to a cultivation of patience and perseverance, which is why we are all gathered here today. As we prepare to leave Waterloo, many of us may worry of what lies ahead. In the news, we read headlines that repeatedly explain how times are tough, the economy is stagnant, and permanent job placement seems nearly impossible. But as Robert A. Heinlein once said, everything is theoretically impossible until it is done. When our heroes and forerunners of our respective scientific fields were told something was impossible, they took the first step by trying. As science students at Waterloo, we have learned the same principle and will apply it to all the adversities ahead of us. In the face of impossibilities, we will continue to ask ourselves the question, why not? Before we had the convenience of incandescent light in our homes, Thomas Edison and/or others asked, why not create a light bulb? Before we were able to treat cancer with radiation therapy, Marie Curie asked, why not, and discovered new elements that helped us understand radioactivity. Before Tayo Cruz was inspired to perform his summer hit song of 2010, Alfred Nobel asked, why not create an energetic form of explosive known as dynamite? Science is all about going against what we perceive to be the norm and imagining what lies ahead. Now, I know that not all of us will be scientists, academics, inventors, or Billboard Hot 100 artists. But what we learned from these examples is that all it took was one person to challenge the impossible, whatever that impossible may be. Be that skeptic you've trained yourself to be all of these years. Through perseverance and patience, we have the tools which have prepared us for whatever challenges we will encounter next. Instead of letting limitations be barriers of entry, let them be bars that you can overcome. Because as a wise person once told me, even when the glass seems half empty, there's still enough water to quench your thirst. Best of luck, and congratulations to us, the class of 2015.
Well, thank you, Nicolette, for those passionate and inspiring words. President, honored guests and participants, this is a great day. Convocation is perhaps the most rewarding occasion in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient rights and privileges and stirs us with a promise of new beginnings. On behalf of our University of Waterloo administration team, I would like to formally thank all of those who have made today possible. To the parents, family, and friends of our graduands, especially those of you who have traveled from afar to be here, thank you. To the university community for developing these scholars and delivering this outstanding event for our new alumni, thank you. And of course, we acknowledge those who have been unable to join us today, but we feel their presence. This time, I would like all graduands to remain seated as I invite all parents, family, friends, event coordinators, and the band to rise as you are able. Graduands, please look around, wave at your family and friends, let them know where you are. But most of all, let me thank them for making your convocation so special. Please be seated. As we prepare to confer degrees, I have a few notes. If you would like to take photos, as I'm sure you will, you may do so in the area to your left of the platform. Please enter this area by going to the left side of the gym and down the outer hallway. If you approach this area just before your special graduate is about to proceed across the stage, you can take pictures. Once you've taken your photos, please return to your seats to allow others to take photos of their special graduates. Please remember that some students' names begin with an A, and some, like Nicolette Zapsas, begins with a Z. It is not their fault. Nicolette is still walking back to her seat. Please show respect to all your fellow classmates by returning to your seat after being hooded so that we can all share in this celebration together. So now for the good stuff. We will now proceed to the conferring of the degrees. I invite Terry McMahon, Dean, and Marley Spafford, Associate Dean, Undergraduate Studies, to read the names of the graduands for the Faculty of Science.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, General Science, 3-year. Abi Anazabo, Jordan Alexander Baquet, Tina Cho. Sarah Elizabeth Cornelis, Christina Franesco, Patrick Houghton. Martha Blair Hubbard, Martin Alexandru Il, Mufid Kadura. Sunny Songtak Kang, Daniel Shija Liang, Varshna Lilman. Samiran Maheshwaran, Pierre Massé, Lawanya Mahevil Vahanan. Patrick Omar Murray, William Murray, Amandeep Padam. Alana Pitcher, Kayla Poray, Gunyan Singh Rahal. Adam Robert Rosentrader, Tajpal Singh Zahoda, Baljit Kaur Sokhi. Fei Tian, Kenny Jiwei Wu, Ji Young Yan. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honor Science. Olu Watsatsan Agbabiaka, Marwan Shaki Arabi, Dema Assad. Jasmine Amjad Atari, Depain Athia, Marta Berry. Husnia Barakse, Katie Elizabeth Bender, Parmeet Birdie. Cassandra Marie Bissett, Ian Wilson Brooks, Nakia Berman. Andrea Ashley Carvalho, Erin Hong Chan, Billing Chan. Hui and Sally Chen, Si Hui Chen, Abazaz Shanabaz. Brian Chung, Jimmy Hoi Ching Chu, Jonathan Hoi Chi Chu. Yuzhu Chu, Valerie Clement, Emily Cranshaw. Omar Nadal Dejani, Jessica D'Angelo, Sarah Catherine Dufus. Jordan M. Dupuy, Takir Fatima, Randy Joe Kimberly Francis. Bianca Hoi K. Fung, Claire Elizabeth Gallant, Harjat Kaur Gruel. Tanya Gupta, Josephine Jo Yeeha, Heather Elizabeth Hall. Zara Haig, Nima Hashi, Caitlin Emma Hughes. Melody Hung, Kayla Marie Jacob, Stepan Ivan Jaworski. Jesse Graves Kakert, Talia Mohammed Khan, Usama Ahmed Khan. Hoojin Kim, Ju Hei Lee, Samantha Alexandra Lee. Melissa Legary, Emmanuel Wing Lai Leung, Hawk Yun Howell Leung. Lian Yun Wing Leung, Michelle Xiao Lan Li, Vivian Wan Ying Lee. Tiffany Liang, Simone Liu, Luo Fei Liu. Michael Lok Sung Liu, Sean McIntosh. Najim Mahan Mal. Ying-Hee Mo. Janelle Morin. Adam Moss. Ramja Nithiraja. Jonathan Nievis. Nithiga Nithayanathantham. Jesse Aaron Alexander Nun. Sharon Osyach. Alida Pupo Dayan Salalami Asan Bunbi. Heather Panagilan. Pranan Dinesh Patel. Harmandeep Kaur Ray. Joanna Ramani. Janelle Luzia Rosario. Kimmy Louis Seda. Rishi Sharma. Melissa Ann Shaw. Rodney Stanley St. Louis. Sarkis Shabrazayan. Ashna Ubi. Dwayne Wong. Jacqueline Puiyu Yu. Mina Zalme. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Biochemistry. Sandeep Baugun, Sarah Alexis Erica Barwell, Travis Michael Blimke. Aaron Joy Hay Chan, Amy Z. Y. Chan, Raymond Chasson. Sorina Chiorian, Alana Rod D'Souza, Michael William Connor Davinsky. Catherine Margaret French, Moraj Hassan, Jessica Ashley Jatin Singh. Zachary Aaron Johnston, Tamara Kunovak, Volition La. John Edmund Lape, Jae Yong Lee, Danny Ting Hong Liu. Joanne Shishi Liu, Karen Malik, Robert Nagy. Elizabeth Nguyen, Chanel Polens, Tristan Sargent. Janita Shanmugraj, Cicely Shillingford, Jeffrey Scott Sinclair. Janine Lydia Thomas, Victoria Mary Van Dyke, Noémie Villeneuve-Cloutier. Heather Kathleen Elizabeth Ward, Brian Warner, Mabel Zhu. Joshua Michael Zimmerman. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Biotechnology, Chartered Professional Accountancy. Julia Chen, Bhavitira Tharumanatham, Lunvit Verma. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Biotechnology Economics. Marsha Lilia Chan, Adita Dobrial, Amandeep Kaur. Julia Kyung Kyun Kim, Benjamin Isaac Kogan, Phyllis Lam. Lai La Lu Pham, Laura Catherine Sevick, Stephanie Fern West. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Chemical Physics. James Patrick Gilbert, Michael James LaCour. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Chemistry. Tyler Lawrence Charon, Robert Christopher Claridge, Christina Robin Doan. Janice German, Kenneth Hoekstra, Amna Khan. Hyung-Sek Kim, Adrian Mark McLean, Luke Robinson Mello. Adam George Mikhailov, Justin James Poole, Matthew Cheng. Krista Nicole Trenovsky, Lena Wang. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Computational Science. Jonathan Peter Steffen. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Earth Sciences. Zhengguan Chen, Nicholas Derome, Evan Kyers Saj. Shuo Liang, Wenqing Liu, Jeff Plate. Shuri Sun, Shuo Wang, Tonghao Zhu. Tong Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Environmental Sciences. Ian Denise Avis, David Bailey, Yujiak Kui. Vivian Wan Yun Ho, Shu Yua Huang, Jordan Kier Sedge. Michelle McMillan, Priyanka Patel, Jessica Power. Hilary Tan, Jackson Makoto Tsuji, Xiao Wang. Catherine Angela Wong, Yidan Zhu, Yuqi Yang. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Life Physics. Kelsey Christina Forrest. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Mathematical Physics. Matthew Ross Ambacher, Christian Terry Henderson Barna, David Staniforth Chapman. Alison Kiva Cheeseman, Yije Dai, Christopher Leandro Pashartis. Di Tang, Yucheng Tang, Paul Kiedek. Christopher William Warren. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Physics. Adam Azoulay, Tyler John Ballast, Yiming Kai. David Alexander Campbell, Andriy Andy Chmilenko, Jonathan Michael Dearden. Alexander Calvin Dennerly, Alexandre Desbiens, Elizabeth Griffin. Ningyuan Gu, Devin Mark LaBelle, Kristen Michael Matsumoto. Mohammed Mikdad Soparewala, Olivia Stanley, Chiara Patricia Wharton. Zheng Zhao. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Medicinal Chemistry. Andrew Takuya White. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours, Science and Aviation. Robert David Alexandre, Ashar Hussein Farouki, Brian Ho. Wing Zhi Yip, Hoi San Yu. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours, Science and Business. Afshan Adil, Samuel David Aylward, Angsha Bawa. Lucas Peter Bourne, Matthew Botello, Sofia Joanna Bezovsky. Nancy Chang, Peter Nicholas Evajulu, Simone Nazik Hasikyan. Fatima Hussein, Diana Hoon, Ridhidi Kakar. Eric Klonakowski, Mark Alexander Kristalski, Mi Yin Kwan. Jennifer Wing K. Kwong, Ka Wing Queenie Ma, Robert Blaze Milankovsky. Asma Mohammed, Nilan Mutaraj, Kanwal Nadim. Cassandra Ottawa, Sachi Patel, Zachary Pizzolato. Andrea Eliza Ricci, Niven Joseph Roca, Arjun Sethi. Harjas Singh, Alison Miria Swazwiola, Kavitha Tyagaraja. Emily Tran, Sarah Valasinek, Nigel Willocks. Matthew James Wilson, Claudia Diana Robo, Ira Ginil. You. Nicolette Georgina Zapchez. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree of Master of Science. Jan Catherine Ang, Thomas Fraser Cummings, Nabil Fazal Farouk. Dave Hogberg, Lisa Nicole Hutflas, Andrew Robert Kachev. Chin-Yun Lee, Duncan Man Heen Lee, Sana Louis. Ning Luo, Martin Richard Otto, Peiji Q. Zheng Shao, also the recipient of the Dean of Science Award for recognition of creative research as presented in our student's Master of Science thesis. Ziyi Sun, Carly Ann Turnbull, Daniel Sean Wiedik, Yun Chao Wei, Chen Hui Sandy Yen, Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Andrew John Ashkar, also the recipient of the W.B. Pearson Medal for recognition of creative research as presented in a student's doctoral thesis. Nafisa Moghimi, Olivier Ngong. Sadegh Raizi. Anton van Niekerk. Tian Hua Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several decrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer these degrees in absentia.
I now invite Wayne Chang, alumnus, to the podium.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen. During Convocation, the University of Waterloo is proud to acknowledge the recipients of the Alumni Gold Medal. For 44 years, this prestigious award has honored undergraduate and graduate students who have achieved excellence in their academic pursuits. At Spring Convocation, each faculty honors its most distinguished undergraduate student, while outstanding students in a master's and a doctoral program are honored in the fall. Each medal is embossed with the University of Waterloo's official seal and is personalized with the recipient's name and faculty. Not only does this medal represent the hard work and dedication of its recipients, it also symbolizes the vital role alumni play in advancing the university's academic pursuits and reputation. As alumni, I encourage each of you to stay connected and engaged with the university. This ceremony does not mark the end of the relationship with the university, but is rather the start of a very new chapter. Please take time to familiarize yourself with the many opportunities now available to you. As a Waterloo alumnus, you have exclusive access to services that support your success and perks that allow you to have fun along the way. Mr. Chancellor, as a graduate of the University of Waterloo's Faculty of Science 1987, I'm proud and honored to present to you the 2015 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for Outstanding Academic Performance in an Undergraduate Program, having received a Bachelor of Science from the Faculty of Science, Mathematical Physics, Eugene Tang. I now invite President and Vice Chancellor Ferdan Hamdallah to the podium.
We are almost there. And I promised you under 2 hours. It is under 2 hours. Graduates, your friends, families, as you embark upon your future plans, know that your degree you receive today is a symbol not only for your investment of effort and resources in this institution, but of our investment and belief in you. You and your fellow alumni from the Faculty of Science have more than earned this trust and the honor of these high expectations. As I've been chatting with so many of you this morning and preparing to celebrate with you, I've heard so much about your inspirational experiences. I was very, very proud of your accomplishments, but also your plans. Many of you are going to fantastic graduate schools. I heard comments like, "I'm ready to change the world." And that was fantastic. And when I asked after you change the world, then what are we going to do? And there were even, more inspiring comments. Many of you have already started your own business. That's great, fantastic. And many of you are so excited about what you will be doing, either right now or after you've done your little bit of traveling. You are so excited about those as well. There's so much to celebrate about this graduating class from the Faculty of Science. You're graduating from a very special faculty. And there's so much to celebrate about the faculty as a whole as well. I think we need to give our guests just a few examples of the incredible work you and your fellow students, alumni, and researchers are doing. I know they'll be just inspired by you as I am. Many of you know your fellow science student, Harry Gandhi. This month it was announced that Harry is one of the 20 young entrepreneurs from around the world to be awarded a Thiel Fellowship. As you know, the Thiel Fellowship brings together some of the world's most creative and motivated young people and helps them bring their most ambitious projects to life through major grants. You could say Harry's startup is ambitious. Modella Health is developing smart contact lenses to monitor blood glucose levels, a less invasive, more comfortable, more immediate, and more effective way to monitor and track health information. This information is synced with the user's smartphones, enabling a whole new level of personal health management. Pretty incredible, Harry. What's also incredible is that your friend Harry then went on to help found Velocity Science, a crucial new element of the University of Waterloo's innovation ecosystem. As Harry puts it, Waterloo's entrepreneurial ecosystem is the best in Canada. That's because of students and alumni like you and like all of you that make it happen. Going forward, we're doubling down on Waterloo science innovation and entrepreneurship. The emerging science complex on campus that you may have all seen, just about to be completed as you drove in this morning, will create lecture and research labs for 2,000 more undergraduate students, significantly expanding the capacity of our life science and physical science programs. What's more, your expanded entrepreneurship space in the science complex will provide wet labs, high-tech equipment, collaborative space, and mentoring for student-led science startups. Your faculty, graduates, is on the rise. Leverage your connection to this place and the success of your faculty as you continue build your lifelong relationship with the University of Waterloo. And Faculty of Science alumni, it's not just students, it's not just alumni, it's also the incredible work of your entire community, very much including your faculty members, your professors. Take Professor Linda Nazar's work on lithium sulfur battery, for example. This University of Waterloo Faculty of Science Innovation is making us pretty unpopular with the lithium-ion crowd. Linda's breakthrough research on lithium-sulfur batteries shows that this technology may prove to be globally disruptive. Based on Linda's research, we know that this new battery design can last 3 times longer than lithium-ion batteries. Or put it this way, the lithium-sulfur battery can theoretically power an electric car 3 times longer than the status quo battery can. That's your faculty changing the world. Science alumni, you represent the boundless potential of yourselves and this institution, and your degree represents our faith that you will strive to realize both. As alumni, you're joining your peers who have gone before you, and today you touch your torch to their light. I look at this graduating class and I see a cumulative hundreds of years of professional and academic experience. I see Waterloo warriors with all the knowledge, experience, skills, and entrepreneurial spirit you need to do great things and good things that benefit local communities and the planet we call home. One of the ways your university is committed to building a better world is through the United Nations He for She campaign. I know many of you are already supporting this campaign on Twitter. This is a global effort to enlist boys and men in the effort to end gender discrimination. As you may know, the University of Waterloo has been selected as the only university in Canada to take a leadership position in He for She. It's an important responsibility. We need to make sure women are fully represented and fully participating in our labs, lecture halls, and in our community. And we need to help make sure this becomes the reality right across Canada, around the world. Let your participation in He for She be part of your mission as University of Waterloo alumni, ready to make a difference in a world that so desperately needs you. Graduates of the class of spring 2015, you are ready for whatever challenges and opportunities life throws at you. You're ready. Your degree says so. I say so. As Vice Chancellor again, I repeat, I say so. Your professors and your parents and your friends say so. You are ready. On behalf of the entire University of Waterloo family, which spans the globe and in so many ways leads the world, congratulations to the class of spring 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this morning's ceremony. We're very proud of our graduates. You were very patient. You were very gracious. Thank you very much. The convocation is now adjourned. Enjoy the rest of it.